Hello, I'm Carrie Cordy. It is Wednesday, October 11th, 2017. So, I got a letter in the mail. Um, I think it was last week that said that my insurance through OHP or the Oregon Health Plan, which to people not in Oregon, it would be I believe, the Medicaid expansion program. Without it, I couldn't get any medical care for the whole last few years, and certainly not the care that I needed. And for everybody out there that's not trans, I would not be alive without it. Um, it goes beyond the hormones. Also, I originally went on it on OHP, and I had sciatica. It was really, really bad. I was on the floor, I think it was like 6 months, and I couldn't get up for more than a minute, 2 minutes stretching it. And God, it hurt. It hurt bad. And it went from the base of my back all the way to the tips of my toes. And it always hurt, but it hurt the least laying down. So it I got a letter that it was being canceled, and I looked through the reasons that they checked, and it was because of the my address wasn't right, so it took me a while to get a hold of them. There was this call volume's too high, call back, and it was just every time I checked. And I work at a place where I don't get any coverage or phone signal, nothing. So there was that to deal with too. And so I couldn't pick up my medications. Plus, 2.5, maybe 3 weeks ago, I had my testosterone blocker, spironolactone, run out. And from my hormone doctor, she had in the meantime moved somewhere else and was no longer under OHP coverage. And so when my refills ran out, I couldn't go see her, and then I had to go see my doctor, and we were able to get that sorted out. So, um, yesterday, I took my first doses in almost 3 weeks, and as hard as it is to talk about it right now, I will. This is hard. This is difficult. I was starting to get morning erections, and I was getting hornier than normal, and that's effects of the testosterone. I was taking more estrogen to combat it, but this just I couldn't, my insurance had gone out, so I couldn't just, go out and just anyway. Um that aspect is the worst. The gender dysphoria. God, that's horrible. So this morning and today, I am more settled. Didn't wake up with that goddamn fucking problem. So there's that. My life is to a point where I'm going to be actively going for the bottom surgery, which I've been eligible for a while, but there's been all this other shit going on in my life, plus a few roadblocks in the way. I'm to the point to where I can move forward with that. And something is gonna happen, and I'm not just talking about with me. I'm saying with the world, and something not in a just one thing for everybody. When I look at the news happening all over the world, and being in this country, I can only really get so into it, because I don't understand a lot of the cultures, and memorizing all the names and places and peoples, and it's beyond what I can do right now. But there is just shit everywhere. People are upset. And especially the hardest thing of all is staying where you're at, making where you're at better. And I've said a lot in my recent videos, time to stop is now. And I've been trying to clarify that. What it is, let me just use an example. Like, when I've spoken to reporters, I've had people tell me, and say, you gotta, you know, realize that you're not talking to the person, you're talking to the potential audience. And I keep talking to the person. And, I'm relating to the person that's there. And then it's up to them to use it however they want. So I'm going in all of this with a sense of trust that I'm going to relate to the person, and I'm just going to tell my heart. And that depends on what mood I'm in when I go into it. Really, it does. So this is what makes it nice to stop. So, like, let's say something real bad, and you have a police officer, he's got his duty, she's got his duty. They've got their duty to do. And so what do? You relate to that person as best you can, but that doesn't mean eliminating passion or all logic. You find your balance, but you gotta express it. Anyway, I'm gonna go.